Hello and welcome back to On the Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today and welcome to what is going to be the first of two very difficult episodes in a row. Today we've got Celtic in the Scottish Premiership before taking on Roma and PSV in the Europa League. And then tomorrow we've got Rangers, Hertha Berlin and I think Roma again. So, 2 days of really difficult games coming up. Fingers crossed everything goes our way though, and hopefully we get some big wins today, but I'm not really expecting it. So because there's quite a few games to play through, we're going to try and get into things nice and quickly today. But first things first, would massively appreciate it if you guys could drop a like on today's video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and make sure you leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. So you were last here for our big wins in the Europa League playoff round to get to the group stage, and also that 1-0 loss to Hamilton. Since then, we've played 3 games and it's been a little bit mixed, I must say. We started off with a 3-0 win away from home to Livingston, so a great result for us there, before a rather frustrating 0-0 draw with Motherwell. Defensively, we played phenomenally well, really solid back line, but we just couldn't seem to score any of the goals, which was really frustrating. And then we played our first Europa League Group Stage game, and we lost 2-0 to Hertha Berlin. Hertha Berlin are really solid actually. I think they're better in game than maybe they are in real life. In recent years in game they came 3rd in the Bundesliga. They only just missed out on Champions League last season by single points. They're currently joint top of the Bundesliga and their striker is the top scorer in the Bundesliga right now. So Hertha Berlin are insane and they beat us 2-0, which was probably understandable. What it means for all of the tables is that, well, the Scottish Premiership is looking very tasty 6 games into it, as us, Celtic, Rangers and Hamilton all sit on 13 points. So we're all nicely positioned and poised next to each other there. In terms of our Europa League group, we currently sit bottom alongside Roma, which is a little bit unfortunate. Out of the teams in this group, I thought there's a chance we could come 3rd if we get some good results over PSV. I thought they might be the 3rd. We're the weakest team in there. Hertha Berlin and Roma are the top 2. PSV probably 3rd. But I thought we can get some good results against them. Maybe try and get 3rd in the group. But they've just beaten Roma. When we lost 2-0 to Hertha, they beat Roma 2-0. So I'm a little nervous now about actually getting anything out of this group. Today's first game is against Roma. So we've got to do everything we can to try and beat them. Actually, I lied to you. It's Celtic first, but the first game in the Europa League in today's episode is against Roma. The second one is against PSV. Now, since last episode, no new signings, but we got very close to losing Alan Campbell. It turned out he had a £2.5 million release fee clause in his contract to foreign clubs, and Toulouse came in offering £2.5 million, and I panicked quite a lot. And I went to offer him a contract and gave him whatever he wanted. So he signed a new contract with us rather than going to Toulouse, which is fantastic. And actually, that's a really good indication that we are doing the right job here at Aberdeen if he's turning down French League clubs to stay playing for us in Scotland. But he is now the highest earner at the club by some distance on £9,000 a week. I'm not entirely sure he's fully worth it, but I didn't want to lose him because he's been a great player for us so far. So he's on a long-term deal, £9,000 a week. It should be all right. And in today's first fixture, he is going to be one of the heartbeats of the midfield. We're going to play the 5 at the back formation against Celtic. We're away from home. We know in the past that Celtic have been really good. We'll start off with this, but we may move to a more attacking formation a little later down the line. Bazunu starts in goal with a really strong back 3 of Hoban, Suter and Kerr. Davies and Led obviously as the wing-back roles. Campbell, Ferguson and Devine on the centre midfield roles today, with Shankland and Nisbet starting up front. Nisbet, by the way, has just made his first appearance for Scotland and got a goal on his debut, so congratulations to him. He's now part of the Scottish setup. Hopefully he can score plenty of goals for us today against Celtic. So kickoff is upon us here today, and instantly there's a highlight for Celtic 3 minutes in. Trossard with a free kick, and it's a very clever little free kick there, obviously worked out on the training ground. A little ball into Salcedo there on the edge of the 6-yard area, can just, if it's unmarked, just puts it past the keeper. A fairly nice and easy goal from to score. Poor from us. And another free kick right now, which has also been put in the back of the net. This time Batshuayi, he's got his 7th of the season, signed on a free transfer for Celtic over summer, which was rather frustrating because obviously he's a great player to pick up, but on a free transfer even better, particularly for the league we're in. And he's just scored a great header there to make it 2-0 to 2-0 to Celtic. Oh, these next two episodes could be quite long. I'm not really feeling it. It's going to be difficult. You know, we might be a bit of a low point by the end of tomorrow's episode if we end up losing all 3 games today and all 3 games tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to go down, but Celtic in command right now, unfortunately, looking to come forward. They really strengthened well over summer and they've nearly made it 3. I mean, what this is telling me that really maybe 5 at the back was not the right thing to do. It's so difficult to know, right? Because we know that Celtic are really solid. They're the best team in the league. If we go attacking, then we leave ourselves very exposed at the back and they can just score on the counter-attack fairly comfortably. If we go defensive, we nullify that threat, but we're just inviting pressure on. It's really difficult to work out a system to beat Rangers. And when we have beaten them, it has been with 5 at the back, but usually they've been, you know, really off it or something like that. It's difficult to know. But at half-time, we're 2-0 down, and to be fair, the only 2 goals they've scored have been from set pieces, right? So it's not like they've been dominating from open play. So if anything, I'm going to say we've been really, really unlucky, and they're going to score a goal from open play now to make me feel less unlucky, won't they? I can guarantee it. You can guarantee. There we go. I told you. You hate to see it. I mean, at this stage of the game, there's just nothing to lose, right? So let's just go for it. Let's just go back to our usual style of play. Suter at the back alongside Kerr. Ferguson is going to go in the middle. No, he's not. We'll bring Ferguson off because he's a little... In fact, who's more tired? Campbell's more tired. So Campbell will come off for Tyson Brown, who can play on the left-hand side. Shankland looking really tired, so we'll bring him off for Kevin Hanratty. And then we will also take Tommy Hoban off because he's not a winger for Ben Knight. Davies on the ball for us right now, and almost instantly we score a goal. Not quite getting the ball onto Nisbet's head there, but Devine on the ball, gets it into Laird. Laird in behind the defence, across to Knight. Knight's shot is saved. He should have scored that. I don't know how he's not scored it. But Nisbet also not playing particularly well out there right now. I think what we'll do as well is bring PK on as that deep... Oh, we can't make any more subs. Oh, I thought we could make like 5 in Scotland. Or maybe that's just like 5 for the first season or 2. I'm sure we did like more than 3 subs last season. I don't know. Either way, the first of today's games is looking like it's going to be a defeat. Good luck against Roma, boys. Good luck against Roma. Okay, so with that defeat, I think we've dropped down to 4th in the table. But not to worry too much because, of course, we are only, 7 games into the season. So we can recover, we can get back. Obviously, top 2 is our aim this season. Plenty of time to do it. We're also away to Roma. And we've just had like a terrible performance there with a 5 at the back formation as our training facilities upgrades have been completed. You love to see it. So we've now got, where is it? Great training facilities, which you love to see. But I don't love to see not knowing what to do against Roma. It's going to be so difficult to just, like, do we go with our normal style of play, the sort of attacking 4-4-2? Or do we play 5 at the back as Ethan Ross is injured for how long? 4 to 5 weeks. That's frustrating. What formation did PSV play against Roma? Maybe we should learn from that, maybe. Learn from what's happened in the past. If we can click on to Roma, schedule, they lost to PSV. They played a 5 at the back system there, you can see, a 5-2-2-1. What did PSV play? PSV played a 4-3-3. Well, we've got a 4-3-3 that we use, a Gegenpress 4-3-3, right? We use that. But why? Should we just YOLO it? Just go for this, I reckon. So if we just pick our 4-4-2 team there. Gordon's just coming back from an injury and Ethan Ross is injured. So that's a little worrying. We might leave Gordon on for the first half, but we'll have to bring someone else on. Conor McLennan probably will come on probably at half-time or something like that. But let's just go for this team, right? What's there to lose? Actually, an awful lot. An awful lot is at stake here. So don't say what's there to lose, Tom. There's loads to lose. If anything, we get to have a nice trip to Rome, which is fantastic, as Bazuni makes a great save there from the corner. But Rome's a lovely city. I've been there before. You know, I'm a big history nerd. Did history at uni. So Rome for me is like a playground, going around seeing all the Roman stuff. So if we don't do well here, I'll just take them all on a guided tour around Rome, see the Colosseum, all that kind of stuff. It'll be good fun, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun, and they'll really enjoy it as Tomiyasu nearly scores 2 minutes into the game for Roma. What would be handy is if PSV and Hertha Berlin could draw. like we win and they draw, that would be quite handy for us because that will still give us a chance to maybe try and get into the top 2 or something like that in the group stage. But it's highly unlikely we're going to be there come the end of the group stage, as the ball forward from Shankland not the best, and Roma can pick the ball up and come back. But we have won it back in the defensive third, which is quite nice. But our balls forward are terrible. Luckily, Gordon's there to pick up a nice interception and then just give it away immediately. Boys, what is going on with your pass completion? We are terrible passing right now, and Bazunu makes a good save. I feel like we're going to be saying that an awful lot in today's episode. Good save from Bazunu, good save from Bazunu, but unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make every save every single time as Tomiyasu comes forward into the area, shoots, and Bazunu again, another great save. It is also pretty concerning. I can see right down here, we're 17 minutes into a game and Bazunu's already on a 7.2 rating. You know he's had to put a shift in already to get that sort of rating 20 minutes into a game. But we're doing well. We're doing well, I feel. We are half an hour in and it's still 0-0. I feel like that's a pretty decent achievement as Verba looks to come forward for it. They've got a really good team, this Roma team. Obviously a few seasons into it now, but they've got really decent players that I'm a big fan of. Lorenzo Pellegrini's a big one that I like. Suter with a good clearance though, but we haven't been able to win the ball at the back. But Roma coming forward again. I mean, who's marking? Is this Tomiyasu down there? Who's marking him? Why is no one marking Tomiyasu? There's no one near him whatsoever. No wonder he gets the ball and can just run right down to the byline to put a cross into the middle. And it's another good block from our defence. And can we now get on a count? No, we can't. Because our pass completion, we just can't pass today. Why can't we pass? We're usually decent, but not today, apparently. As we win the ball back. What is this highlight for? Because it's just been... What was that highlight for? It was just Roma having a good few attacks at us for a little while, but nothing really major. But at least we haven't conceded, which is quite nice. As Ethan Laird now on the edge of the area, into Devine. Devine shoots... Wow. What a goal. All of a sudden, we're now 1-0 up against Roma away from home. Who saw that coming? Not me. I wasn't really sure what we were going to do with the ball here. Laird looks a little bit confused, not sure what to do. Devine just gets in, not even in the area, on the edge of the area, shoots and puts it in the top corner. Nothing the keeper could do. Now that's a finish. And now there's a highlight for us again. And Jason Kerr, what a time to get your first goal of the season. And first goal for the club as well. Congratulations. Wow. I can't believe this. All of a sudden, we're 2-0 up. You love to see it. It just shows that a game can change in like seconds, complete seconds. And good news for us as well, Hertha Berlin and PSV are drawing. Or no, I think PSV just got one there before the highlight ticked over. But just before half time, we are in a fantastic position. And can it be made even better? I don't know, because Roma are coming forward right now, so I'm a little bit nervous as Pellegrini gets it into Tomiyasu, who's been brilliant down his right-hand side, really bossing it. Whoever plays at left-back for us, Leif Davis, is not doing a great job keeping him at bay. But luckily, another great save from Bazunu keeps the clean sheet in the first half at least. And as Suter clears it out from the back, that is going to be half-time. I tell you what, we don't deserve it, but we are thoroughly happy to be 2-0 up at half-time. Fantastic work out there, boys. I'm going to pump my fists and no, I'm going to outstretch my arms. Very happy the way things are going. Everyone looks inspired and motivated, which is what you want to see. And fingers crossed we can just hold on for another 45 minutes. As Davies on the ball in the middle. Knight's definitely offside. He is a mile offside there. It's a great goal and great finish, but unfortunately it's illegal. I think as well, Gordon not on the best of games and he is a little bit injured. Let's get him off the pitch for Connor McLennan instead. And neither of our strikers really performing today. Let's bring Kevin Hanratty on for Shankland. Hanratty's played really well when he has been on the pitch for us in recent weeks. So we'll give him a go up front, see how he does. But PK's been a little bit unlucky not to get as much game time this season as he did last season. Because he played brilliantly last season, but just, I don't know. We've got two great strikers in Shankland and Nisbet. Of course, we've had Hanratty playing really well, getting loads of goals and assists in the limited game time that he's had. So he gets a start ahead of PK right now. But with 20 minutes to go, we're in a very good position. Now, I don't want to say anything too early as Zaniolo on the ball gets it forward to Borja Mayoral, out to Verba on the left-hand side of the pitch, who can ping across into the middle. He nearly does. He gets it into Campes instead. Borja Mayoral shot. It's another great save from Bazunu. Bazunu is my man of the match on a 7.8 rating right now. He has been phenomenal. We really need to try and get him on a permanent deal. Thing is, I doubt Man City are going to let us get him on a permanent deal, as the Hertha Berlin PSV game is 3-3 right now. So if they finish off drawing, that would be phenomenal for us. 10 minutes to go. Let's also make a couple of changes. Campbell is exhausted. Let's get him off for Lewis Ferguson. And let's also take Suter off for Hoban. Oh no, apparently we've already made enough subs. Okay. I don't remember making 3 subs, but there we go. Apparently I have done. So we can't make that change at the back. But Knight into the middle. McLennan's there. Whew, Sommer just about catching that ball. That was nearly a great goal for Connor McLennan. But with 3 minutes to go as Hertha Berlin make it 4-3 against PSV, I guess that's actually quite good for us. If one team was going to win that game, I'm happy it's Hertha Berlin. That's why they beat us. So Hertha Berlin look the strongest in the group. But PSV coming up next look like they could be beatable maybe after we beat Roma 2-0 away from home. Huge result. So that is fantastic. What we actually do is have a game coming up against Dundee United in the Betfred Cup next. We're going to do that one off camera just because otherwise today's episode will be far too long and really it's a bit of a nothing game that no one really cares about. So I will see you after that for the PSV game. Even with a massively rotated lineup, we managed to batter Dundee United 4-0, which was fantastic. PK McLennan, PK and Kevin Nisbet getting the goals in that one. And it sets us up for a semi-final in the Betfred Cup against St Johnstone, which is exciting. So there's a really big chance now of us getting to a final of the Betfred Cup as Celtic or Rangers play Motherwell in the other semi-final. So it's a great chance for us for another bit of silverware this season. And now this is quite exciting. I asked the board if we could have a junior affiliate club that we could maybe send players out on loan to. And I was hoping they'd come back and sort of give me a decent team in the Scottish Championship or something like that. But I looked at things. They've come back with 2 Irish teams. I've never heard of this team, but they are a Scottish Lowland division team. I can't even see what division they are in. Scottish, they're semi-professional. Basically, we don't want those guys at all. But I wanted a team we could send some players out on loan to. St Pat's Athletic in Ireland and Shelbourne in Ireland aren't too bad. If we look at the Irish Premier Division, currently St Pat's are ahead of Shelbourne by quite a long way. So maybe St Pat's is the better one to go for. But like the Irish Premier League, right, is just below Scottish League One in terms of reputation. So I don't really feel like it's worth. Is it worth it? I mean, we could send our really young players there to St Pat's, but they've got great training facilities. To be fair, why not recommend St Pat's? Let's get St Pat's as an affiliate club. We can at least send some players there when they're like 16 years old, but that's international, isn't it? 'Cause it's Ireland. So I'm not sure if international loans count, like under the age of 18. As in you can't, I don't know. I may have just wasted some money there on getting St Pat's as an affiliate club, but we'll find out, won't we? Interestingly, I've just done a bit of scouting of a Scottish national team, and Ross McCrory is now at Burnley, not on loan. Chelsea bought him in, January for £3.5 million. He made 1 appearance and then they sold him to Burnley in summer for 2.6 million. I mean, I don't know what Chelsea were thinking, but it's a weird transfer saga there. But back into this game against PSV, you can see the team that we played for the cup game just there. But I'm going to go to manage, and I'm going to go to my 4-4-2 that I've already pre-selected for this sort of stuff. We're going to play the exact same team that we had last time out. Ethan Ross comes off the bench again for Connor McLennan. But they played well against Roma. Hopefully they do the same against PSV. So if we end up winning this game, it changes the whole dynamic of what I thought was going to be possible from this group. And we've just scored the opening goal of the game. Whoa. Wow. 1-0 up against PSV. We've beaten Roma. Could we do it again against PSV? What would really help us out massively is if Hertha Berlin end up beating Roma as well. So after 3 games, Rome would be on 0 points. That would help us out hugely. But as it stands right now, we go second in our group. I'm over the moon. And the best thing about it is we're now half an hour into the game. PSV have had 0 shots. We've only had 2 ourselves, but we are nullifying any sort of threat from PSV. The more of this, the better. Davies' throw to Gordon is not the greatest, but we do hold on possession on the edge of the area just about. Ben Knight comes away with the ball, gets it back to Laird. Laird comes down the wing to swing one into the middle. He does. Shankland's there. Shankland heads it just over the bar, but, you know, keep the highlights coming for us. Oh, you hate to see it because there's now one for PSV. I'm a little... I mean... Their first shot of the game. It's a good goal. I'll give them that. You hate to see it's Route 1 football at its absolute finest, and it just feels like a bit of shithousing. But it is a good goal. You've got to admire it. Okay, 1-1 on the score sheet. That's not a bad result for us. If we get a draw against PSV, I'd be very happy with that one too. But it would just be nicer to get the win. But as it stands right now, we're drawing. I think Hertha and Roma are also drawing because they're still on 7 and 1 points respectively. I can't see them on the latest scores. Where are they? Oh, they're 0-0 right now. You can see it just there below Arsenal and above Napoli. Second half is ticking away though. I'm going to be so frustrated if we draw this game to PSV's only shot of the game because that's what it's looking like so far with 25 minutes or so to go. Anyone not really performing out there? Yes, Gordon really not playing well the past few games. McLennan will come on for him once again. Shankland having a poor game. Let's bring PK on as that deep line forward. See if he can score some goals like he did midweek against, or wherever it was we played. Whoever we played, Dundee United in the Cup. I couldn't remember when we played them or who we played. 15 minutes to go. Let's go a little bit more attacking. Apparently Ben Knight's really tired. Let's bring him off for Roland Hernandez. Do it. Bring Roland Hernandez on for the final 10 minutes or so. Shout demands more. I can't believe it. We've let PSV have 1 shot this entire game. And of course, or 2 shots now. The 1 shot on target they had went in the back of a net. That's just FMing at its absolute finest. Look at the XG as well. We are miles ahead of... oh well. It doesn't matter because we are doing so much better than I thought. To get 4 points from the first 3 games of this Europa League group exceeds my expectations massively. Roma and Hertha also drew as well, so we're in a good position as we drop to 6th in the league, but we do have 2 games in hand on some teams. So expect by next episode us to be back up near the top of the table. But Hamilton right now, top of the table, congrats to them. But I'll tell you what, I'm coming away from today's episode happy because I expected all 3 of these games today to just be losses. But they've not been. Tomorrow, though, they might all be losses. We have got Hertha Berlin away from home, Rangers away from home, and then Roma at home, but they will want to try and get revenge over us. So that's going to be a very difficult game because they are a really good side. But thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and you've been impressed with the football we've been putting on because I certainly have been. Make sure you do drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.